everybody. I am coming on here because of a situation that has been brought to my attention. I'm gonna wait for somebody or some peoples to come on. I am sick, so I will continue to remind people the way I look. I'm wearing very little makeup, not using my good camera. Um, just trying to get this information out there because I don't appreciate when my name is falsely accused of something. So I just have to wait and see if my co-host who said she was going to be on is going to be coming on. Well, we're just going to have to start without her, but I figure I give her 2 or 3 minutes before I start telling people the situation. Anyone that leaves comments, I should be getting comments on the side of my thing, and I will answer any questions that happen to come up. I will also bring up my my comment that was made that was questioned. So I am going to give it another minute, and then I'm going to start. So everybody, thank you for coming on and listening. And while we're waiting, I will put in a plug. I am starting to take part in a new podcast, actually, that I was planning on being on an hour early, but I was dealing with the issues of my computer that I'm on. It is new to me. I'm used to Mac, and this is actually a hand-me-down computer from my one of my kids, and I'm just not used to it. I'm trying to get my Pro to go with it, and that's taking a little bit of time because number one, I'm so in what's good and what's not good with computer-wise. So I used to be really good. I went into school for a while, and I kind of lost track when I started to have kids. Kind of something that happens. You move on to other things, and the things that were important to you weren't anymore. So on that note, I am going to be part of a new podcast, and it's going to be called Wisconsin Paranormal Radio, X versus X, and it's a friend of mine, Big Ron DJ Big Ron, sorry, is going to be part of it with his ex-girlfriend Katie, and I have become pretty good friends with Katie, and I am going to be her camera girl, and I'm also going to be the moderator between them two. And let me tell you, if I could tell you some of the things that happen in the chats with these two people are hilarious. They're friends. They're no longer together, but they are friends. Let's see, what am I getting? Oh, now I'm getting messages. So it is two people who used to be together, who can't be together anymore, but they decided to be friends, and they are part of the paranormal world. I have always been interested in that. The house I grew up in was haunted. It actually had people pass away. My parents always thought that if I were to ram the garage hard enough, that the garage would just fall over. Guess what? They gave me a 2x2 square to park in there. I never hit it once. Not once, not once. I wanted to, but I never did. When they decided to tear down the garage, they had to get a wrecking ball because the man that passed in there was being held up, holding up those beams. I tell you, that thing was not coming down. So I'm kind of all over the place right now as I'm waiting hopefully for Jody Breeze or Jody Reels to get back to me. I'm live. Bing. Because she has had experiences with this also. Okay, so I guess I will start kind of from the beginning. 2 weeks ago, I came home on a Tuesday night, and I was told that there was water coming down from my kitchen sink, or my kitchen ceiling. And if anyone has seen my posts, I had a piping plumbing issue coming down from my bathroom upstairs all the way to my basement. It was not fun. We had to go into a hotel for a week because we had no toilet. We got somebody finally Saturday to come fix, and he came fixed. I'm appreciative for him. Apparently, I offended him by saying that, yes, but we just needed to get it fixed because I needed to come back to my house. I wasn't meaning to offend him. I was just frustrated because I had been in a hotel. I had no more money to stay in a hotel, and I needed my sanity. I couldn't stay with any of my parents. I need my own space. I'm one of those people. I have issues with not having my own space. Then we washed all our clothes, and I believe while we were washing our clothes at the laundromat, we caught COVID. I have never had COVID. I thought I had COVID before, but I've never been tested positive for COVID. Me or just me personally. My two of my children had tested positive, but they had a very mild form, I believe, of it, which is good because the two that shouldn't have had it had it. And it was hard. It was really, really hard. So, with me having it being down, I am finally today able to actually like sit up out of bed. I had cold sweats. I had a fever of 102, 101. I had to take Motrin every 3 to 4 hours, or I had body aches from top to bottom. And then shortly after I got it, my little Easy started to get it also, and he's my youngest. So I knew how he was feeling. He punched back right up. It only took him a day and a half, 2 days to be okay. And we are trying to put the house back together with the kids and ourselves. During this time, I was on Facebook quite a bit, and I was doing a lot of TikToking and a lot of Snapchatting because when that's all you can do, you gotta like try and stay up when you can. So there were a lot of, with the storm also that came this weekend, there were a lot of animals that were getting out. And I saw this adorable beagle that had gotten loose that a police officer had found, and they were trying to find their owner. So I said, I want him. I miss my beagle so much. Not as I'm going to take someone's dog that is someone's dog, but that he was adorable and I would totally take care of him until his owner had been found. That's all I meant because I loved beagles. I had a beagle for over 10 years. He helped me through a lot of things that were really hard in my life. And he really helped my two twins and my my oldest and my second oldest. He was just a very loving dog. He never ran away. He actually got kidnapped once by the a zoo scene because we lived very close to the zoo, and a windstorm happened to open my door, my thing, and he was just kind of moseying around the front yard, checking and smelling all the cool little things. And she decided to take him into her car because it was cold, and I'm really appreciative for that. And he had a rabies collar on it, so he went home with her to Oak Creek. So he was actually dog napped. So I totally, completely understand. Now, I had posted that, and I got a comment, and this is where I'm going to pull up my screen real quick, because I want to bring up what had happened so that I am not hiding anything, that I'm open with a reaction, because the computer that loves to drive me crazy, obviously. and that's all. So I sent them a message, and I know someone's my beagle, and that I was willing to take it. Oh crap! Did I lose the dog by getting it to Humane Society, or I haven't had good heard good stories. Oh my god, my hair is a mess. Um, and then get another response that had said, um, we know what you meant. Um, about where I commented them, and I had said that I had was not trying to kill anyone's dog, that I loved my beagle. My beagle put me through a lot of hard times with my twins. When my twins were born, they were in the hospital after old, and stayed until they were like 4 or 5. But he helped them walk, and he was so patient, and he was so loving and kind, and he followed me everywhere, except when I tried to leave my parents' house, because he always tried to stay there because he got better food there than he did at my house, and he would hide under the kitchen table, and I would get a phone call, come pick up your dog. Anyways, to regress, I loved my beagle. I would have another beagle if I didn't have a different dog already, and I don't want more than one dog. But I definitely would always help people that needed their animals housed for a short period of time, because I am been an animal lover since day one. So I messaged them and I said, listen, this is what I meant. You might want to moderate your moderators because they're being rude, saying that I'm trying to steal someone's dog. I got banned. So I told them that I would love to speak with them about this situation, because I know that I have a voice. I know that I have this podcast, and I'm doing the other podcasts, and I have an outreach of friends and people in podcast community, that I wanted to tell my story. And I was talking to um, Jay Reels, and she had told me about the same situation, that they had banned her for making comments. Now I know she can be sometimes very very strong and opinionated, but that's all right. Like, that's what these are for. These social medias are so you can tell how you're feeling and tell how um, your opinions are. And this is social media, so it's not something like it's life or death. If it's life or death, it's a totally different situation. But giving your opinion on a subject, even if that subject is life or death, does not make your opinion a life or death situation. I paid for this website to get information before others monthly, and I was very supportive. I'm always very supportive of other podcasters and anyone in my community in Wisconsin, the Metro Milwaukee area, Northern Illinois, Chicago area, Madison, Green Bay, even all the way to Des Moines, Iowa. Like, maybe it's wrong. Okay. All the way, over to Potosi, Wisconsin. I have a best friend that's living there. I support everyone, and I try and support everyone, but I don't appreciate when people say things that are purposely untrue or purposely false, that just assume things. And I don't agree with these social platforms because I don't ban people or block people unless there's a very, very good reason. I have blocked, I think, a total of 4 people from my podcast. But I mean, there was many reasons why I had to block them. I'm not one that's going to just block them because they disagree with my opinion or they say something about me that I don't like. Because you know what? Everybody has an opinion, and maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong, but you work on that to learn about yourself. It's all about learning how to cope with how other people feel. And if they're feeling something about you that is incorrect, it is that your responsibility to at least try to explain yourself. If you just say, I don't care, their opinion's wrong, maybe there's something about that where you need to think in here and be like, oh, maybe I need to change a little and I need to think about like what I can do differently. Maybe I owe them an apology. Maybe I don't. Maybe I feel they owe me an apology. Maybe they don't understand why I'm upset. But to just be like, nope, you're this and I'm going to ban you and you can no longer see my stuff is wrong. And it's going to be in my mind to be wrong because I truly believe that it's important to speak if you're going to say something about something or accuse somebody of something, to let them speak their piece. And I do let people speak their piece about me plenty because I know I can be a little, and I know I can be a little opinionated. A little, okay, I can be real opinionated when it comes to certain things, but that doesn't mean I love you any less, because I have friends that are in different points of life, different political affiliations, different races, creed, religion, but I still love you, even though we might not agree. And I think that I am going to call Racine Scanner News out because I was a paid participant supporting them, and they blocked me for saying that I loved a dog. So please, if you see this post, hold on one second, baby. I want this to be shared, liked, commented along the way, and I want this to get back to them and them to contact me because I would love to have discussion about it. I tried to contact them and they totally just was like, it's done. Like, my opinion is all that matters. I'm going to take your money. And how many people have they done that to? How many people have other sites done that to? That's not right. When people support you and give you money to support you, to help you grow, you listen to their point of view and you look for their point of view, because you know what? There might be something to it. And that is my take on it. And I have to go because it's been 20 minutes and I'm actually late 20 minutes for a meeting that I was about Wisconsin Paranormal Radio that you're going to be hearing a lot about in the upcoming days. And I need to get that started, and I don't need to focus on this, but I want them to see this and I want them to contact me because I think I am owed now an apology. And it doesn't even have to be a public apology, because I tried to call them and tell them what was going on, but that's not right. Now my boys are giggling over there and then they're quiet for a moment, so I'm a little scared. So for everybody out there, please look at everybody's opinions and look at everybody's way of thinking, because they might think a little bit different from you, and try to be accepting of everyone else, because this world needs a lot more of that. And on that note, I'm going to say, have a great night. Have a great week. I'm going to keep fighting this COVID that I'm now no longer contagious, but still my body is like being beat up from the inside out. So I can hopefully be at work, because I love my job and I love my coworkers. So if Lionel, you're watching, I love you. And I hopefully see you tomorrow. But have a great night. Enjoy your rest of your Sunday. And see ya.